What up, what up, what up? We are back, cracking y'all upside the head with another video. Today is draft day. Yay! With that being said, on behalf of draft day, I would like to say go, Pack, go. Don't know what direction we going into with our first pick in the draft. I hope we get an offensive lineman. I know we just picked up an offensive lineman, the Saints guard, Evans. I forget his first name. I know we picked him up, I think today, or early this morning, or yesterday, or something like that. I like the addition, Pro Bowler. Hey, can't go wrong with that. But I would still like to see us get a lineman. By the Packers doing that, that lets me know that they either going to draft a running back the first round or an outside linebacker, man. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. But, you know, the draft is about maybe, I think, 3.5 hours away. I'm just now getting to the hotel room, had to freshen up. You know what I'm saying? Got the curls going with the hair, you know what I'm saying? Hair all over the place. I wanted to touch on the NBA playoffs. I know y'all ain't seen me in a while. I've been busy, you know what I'm saying? All over the place, driving everywhere, doing what I do best at my profession. But, yeah, we back. We back. But on these playoffs, I want to start off with the first round eliminations. We have the Cleveland Cavaliers defeating the Pacers, and we have the Rockets defeating OKC, and we have the Golden State Warriors getting rid of the Trailblazers. Quick and short, simple. Indiana Pacers, Cleveland. If you notice anything about the playoffs of the top teams have a good guard, a scoring guard, a relentless balls to the wall guard that's going to go out there and put up points. You know what I'm saying? Curry, Irvin, who else? Isaiah Thomas, Dennis Schroeder is even putting up some numbers. Mike Conley, Chris Paul. You know what I'm saying? Jeff Teague is not that upper echelon of a guard. He doesn't play like that. I mean, Russell Westbrook. I mean, you got guards out here that's putting numbers on the boards, and Jeff Teague is not that kind of player. To me, him and George Hill have the similar type of game. Is just that George Hill plays better defense, and he's anchored by a better defense for the Utah Jazz. But back to the Pacers in Cleveland. I mean, Paul George, he could be a Jimmy Butler. You know what I'm saying? He got potential to, like, he can score. Paul George can score, but to be in that next level of small forwards with the LeBrons, the Kawhi Leonards, you know what I'm saying, the Jimmy Butlers, you know what I'm saying? He has to Paul George has to perform better. I mean, I know he's coming back with that leg injury, which was horrific for the USA basketball team. But he has potential to take it up a notch and be one of those elite small forwards in the league. You know what I'm saying? I would say even Andrew Wiggins had a great year. Andrew Wiggins, I think, did a little bit better than Paul George, to be truthfully honest. I mean, despite that, you know, the Timberwolves that make the playoffs, because they lack at the shooting guard position, and they don't lack at the power forward position, but they don't have enough at the power forward position. I know Gorgie James is a great power forward, but I think he's more of a center than a power forward. But back to the Cleveland and Paul George. You know, I seen that being a sweep. You know, LeBron is the best player, you know what I'm saying, on the floor every night. That's just a tough pill to swallow. OKC, and I'm going to go to that. I'm going to save that one for last. That's a special one. But Golden State and the Blazers, Yeah, you could say you could say you've seen it coming. I mean, Damian Lillard and CJ McCullough, they only played one half of basketball each game. You have to play all 4 quarters. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, they're doing nothing to contain Draymond Green. Draymond Green just kept making play after play after play the whole damn series. You know what I'm saying? Defensive play after defensive play. I mean, you have to match the defense intensity in order to compete with the Golden State Warriors. You know what I'm saying? I think if Jusuf Nurkic was a little bit healthy, if he was healthy enough to play, I think it could have gave OKC some problems at the 5 position, because you got to think Nurkic would have ate up Zaza Pachulia. You know, that's easy money right there. But I still think Golden State would have beat them. I think if Nurkic would have played, they probably would have took a game. It would have been close, but they probably could have took a game. But I seen this coming. I seen this being a sweep. OKC and Houston. I feel sorry for Westbrook, man. I really do. With the players that he got cast around him with that team. I mean, Steven Adams, he looks like he's an old player, but he's really not. Steven Adams is 23. He's not really developed at the center position that you will want him to be. You know, he looks the part, like, oh, he should have, all the beard and the mustache and all that. Like that's a disguise of how young he really is. He really needs to develop more. Westbrook has to do a lot, man. I mean, I seen Westbrook the game before they got eliminated, just passing the ball to these guys in the paint. And if they would have made their layups and close shot attempts at the basket, Westbrook could have had like 17, 18 assists each game. You know, you got Cantor, Taj Gibson, and Steven Adams, you know, missing easy buckets. You got Andre Roberson, the worst free throw shooter in the league. I mean, he's great at playing defense, but I seen Russell Westbrook in the game pass the ball to Andre Roberson 7 times. He shot 7 bricks from the 3-point line, to the point where he was wide open for his 8th attempt. He looked at it and said, nah, I'm not going to take this one, and passed it right back to Westbrook, meaning he got a little unconfident in his shooting. That team need help, man. As far as the Rockets, it's all James Harden and whoever comes. I'm going to tell you this. The easiest way to beat the Rockets, shut down Lou Williams. Just shut down Lou Williams. I didn't understand that. OKC let Lou Williams come off the bench every game and play like the 6th man of the year. I didn't understand it, man. It was like watching Lamar Odom again. Just go out there and dominate. Like, why are you guys not stopping the key to this team winning the games? They just unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Shout out to Westbrook. I think you deserve the MVP, but I know the NBA is still trying to look and see, if he should get it or not get it. I know Russell Westbrook probably pissed off a lot of the writers, you know what I'm saying, with his nonchalant attitude, cussing at the podium and using foul language. That ain't gonna fly, you know what I mean? They kind of want the straight and narrow guy that goes out and performs and wills his team to win. And to me, Westbrook deserved it, but I could see it being a toss-up. You know what I'm saying? If you look at all the variables of what both players did this year, you know, it was pretty phenomenal, man, what Westbrook did, man, to break a record that was long overdue to be broken, and he did it, man. I mean, hats off to him. I hope he win it. If not, then it's always next year, bruh. But before I end this video, I want to talk about one series that really has me smiling on the inside and the out. Hey, Clipper fans, how you doing? Clip City, Chip City. Once again, you guys come into the playoffs and get injured. Blake Griffin, is he becoming a liability? Who knows? Somebody got to explain this. Is it Doc Rivers? Is it the chemistry in the locker room? Is it Blake Griffin? Is it Chris Paul? I told the Facebook group, All Sports Talk and Full Court Press, a couple of people that I talked to personally to from those groups. If you're on Facebook, check it out. A lot of great dudes in there and women that share, their opinions on sports. Shout out to Alex Elias, Billy Ware, D'Angelo Hickman. I know this is going out of the way of what I was going to say. But, yeah, check out the group. I told that group I had the Utah Jazz beating the Clippers. I just got them beating the Clippers, even when they had Blake Griffin. The Utah Jazz is shutting down the wing, which is Jordan Crawford and JJ Redick. Those guys are not producing. They're not anchoring the Clippers and not aiding Chris Paul into being successful and winning. I mean, yeah, JJ Redick had a game last game, but they still lost. So that goes to show you right there that it's still not enough. Blake Griffin is hurt. Yeah, that's true. But they won a game without Blake Griffin. You know what the interesting thing about that team is that Chris Paul doesn't want to do what the other guards are doing. He's a little passive. You know what I mean? And that's understandable. That's understandable. I understand that. You want to get guys involved. But sometimes you just got to throw the team on your back, man, and just say, hey, give me the fucking ball and ride out with me. I'm gonna take us to a W. And he's not doing that, man. So I don't know. I got the Clippers losing in 7 games. It's gonna be close, but I got them losing in 7 games. I was gonna do something funny like all YouTubers do. Make sure you subscribe. Check out the link in the description box. All of that cornball ass shit. All I'm gonna say is I'm out till I catch y'all next time. Go Pack Go. Shout out to my homeboy. I forget his name, man, but you know who you are, man. I'm gonna get at you. You know who you are. My next video, I'll make sure I remember your name. So till then, y'all, this is your boy King Howie saying, go Pack Go, and peace and love.